to remind you that tonight's official after party once again is at Vivid Gentlemen's Club. That's at exit 36 off I-77 right here in Mooresville.
You're right here on the right.
All right, Eric Snyder, we're back.
Is up Eugene Cabanu.
I just thought of something. We ought to do this over in the other corner because it's wet as shit out here. Wait, we can't. We got to go on this side. All right, okay. All right, we'll go ahead and take it off here. We'll dry your feet off. I'm going to send you guys when we're done. We'll make this much up and work. Goodbyes, all the hugging and kissing and whatever, and we'll do the greeting. What's that? Ready? Right this way, and you guys turn around and go on the other side. Yes, sir. Presented by the Ryan Fitness Center of Huntersville. This time is scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the Rod welterweight division. First, the man standing to my right and wearing out of the Malibu Enclosures recliner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing in at 168 3/4 pounds. His record 1 victory opposite a single defeat, fighting out of Marshall, North Carolina.
Fight fans, Dylan Marler's got a pretty good following here tonight, getting a pretty good response. Dylan Marler's 1-1 coming out of Full Circle MMA. It's also the same camp that Tony Rogers comes out of. If you guys know Tony Rogers, he is a very high-level amateur here in North Carolina, probably making his pro debut somewhat soon. Eugene Cabanu is coming out of South Carolina. We don't know a whole lot about him. Let's see what we got. All right, we got a little touch gloves here action. Ooh. Eugene's pretty sharp with that straight right. Mixing up with little leg kicks there. Dylan's a southpaw. He's going right for the takedown. And he got it. Eugene comes from a pretty good jiu-jitsu camp here in Fitness Edge in Myrtle Beach. Now, as we talked about Eric before, Dylan Marler comes from a striking camp, Full Circle MMA. Put Eugene on his back, and like I said, Eugene is from Fitness Edge in Myrtle Beach here. Predominantly a jiu-jitsu camp, but I expected two strikers to grapple like it usually happens, you know.
Exactly, it does. And it looks like right now he's really just trying to gain a good position on his opponent. Doesn't look like he's trying to have him stand up at all. He's trying to keep this on the ground.
Not a whole lot of activity here. They're kind of scrambling, both trying to find their way. Eugene's doing a pretty good job of keeping himself out of danger, possibly looking for a submission or for Dylan to make a mistake.
Very true. He does have his arm right there. It looks like he might be trying to trap it and look for something, or a guillotine.
Well, maybe Eugene's able to use the cage here to get himself back up. Well, Eugene got back up, and Dylan go ahead and put him right back down.
He slammed him back down. He's the superior wrestler, seeming like in this first round.
So far, you know, the thing about Dylan, he's controlling it, but he's not able to pass yet. He hasn't actually even attempted a guard pass, and now, of course, you see Eugene here is trying to lock the body triangle like he plans on holding him there for a minute.
Exactly like that. Yeah, and this is, if I'm correct, both of their first fights. So I'm sure after this first round they'll come out and a little bit more composed and ready to go out what their game plan was.
You know, I'm wondering right now, as soon as they started on their feet, Eugene popped him with a couple quick shots. I wonder if Dylan said, we're going to go ahead and take this to the ground and change my game plan.
Yeah, that could be very true, because right now Dylan does have a cut, it looks like, underneath his right eye, and that could have been from one of the initial strikes at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, just based on the media and, you know, previously and what the coaches' commentary, you know, that we had on the interviews, they estimated it was going to be a stand-up war, and you see how fast that went out the window.
It does, yes. It does look like, however, Dylan is landing some shots from on stop. He's continually working and trying to land body shots or head shots, whichever is available.
One thing I do like, though, it looks like it's a pretty even match, and we're short time now. We're under 10 seconds of the last 10 seconds of the round, so we're going to be taking this into the second round.
Yep, and I'm excited to see him back up on his feet.
Take us into the second round. We got a beautiful ring girl here. We're happy to have her here.
Yes.
She's one of our representatives from the Vivid Gentlemen's Club, and God bless her for that.
And that's where the after party is being held tonight here in Morrisville.
Mm-hmm.
Eugene does not look to have taken too much damage there in the first round. He looks very composed and ready to come back at it in the second round.
Now, other than that first two initial blows that Eugene scored, I didn't really see any real damage done throughout the round. It was more like a kind of a feeling out process as far as the grappling goes. We'll see what they go. We'll see if Dylan decides to go ahead and take him back down to the ground, or if he's going to try to stand up. You see, the guys are pretty sweaty. It's a humid night tonight, and that's one added element you got to remember here at Rock of the Dock is the humidity, the outdoors. Definitely plays a part in the game.
It definitely does. It's probably most of their first time fighting outside or training outside. They're both coming out swinging, and now Dylan is looking for the takedown. That was a great slam there by Dylan.
That was a good takedown by Dylan. Oh, he went for a submission. He's going for an arm-in guillotine, which, oh, he has the arm trap. You see how he has the arm trap there in the legs?
I'm not sure if it's going to be tight enough to secure the guillotine right now.
He's working on tightening. I don't think Eugene is going to give up that easy.
He's got some breathing room. He doesn't look like he's struggling really to pull that arm off, so I don't think he's in any real. He's going to get out.
He is, yeah. You've got to have your elbow closer to underneath the throat to really get an opponent to tap to the guillotine.
Eugene has plenty of grappling matches in his belt. He's not worried. He knows when he's in trouble. And once again, you know, when the guys are sweating like this and they have a humidity in the air, the submissions aren't as easy to stick, you know what I mean?
No, they're not. Now we're going to see how Eugene does from on top, see if he's able to land any blows from Dylan's guard. Dylan looks to be working more from his back if he can do something with his legs.
It's hard, man, when these guys are slippery like that. They're both now experiencing what it's really like here at Rock of the Dock. It's a definite added surprise that these guys haven't dealt with before. But, you know, what I always tell the fighters whenever they bring it up is, you know, these guys, if they consider this a disadvantage, well, they're both at the same disadvantage. Whoa, that was a good scramble.
That was. Dylan ended up on top again, or Eugene.
You know, if this is a sign of things to come here tonight, oh, I'm happy. This is our, you know, being our first fight and we got a award like this right off the bat, I am a happy man.
I am too. There's some great fights lined up on the card tonight, so I'm excited to see it, but this is a great one to start the night off with. Looks like Dylan's really working hard to stand back up right now. He doesn't want to be in the bottom.
Eugene's doing a pretty good job keeping that pressure on, but Dylan's just 1 second away from being able to pop back up, and there he goes.
Yes, like I said, Dylan has got back to his feet, so we'll see if he's able to work with it or if Eugene's going to get another takedown like he's working for.
You know, it's interesting. It seems like Eugene now is trying to setting up for a takedown for himself, which he's probably trying to get some points back from those 2 initial takedowns that Dylan scored.
It does. It's hard to call. Give the first round to Dylan. However, this is our time to call. Dylan got the better of the takedowns, but Eugene had the better position throughout the round.
We are going into the 3rd round of our first fight. I'm a happy man. I'm loving it already.
I agree with you.
That girl's smoking, man.
Smoking.
We got Chaz Bryan, who's pretty much the best in the business. You better not be freaking cutting this out of the video, Chaz. Chaz, you better keep these chicks in the videos. I'm serious about that. We're going to a 3rd round. We got a little bit of swelling there on the right eye and cheek of Mr. Dylan, but I think it was those initial blows scored in the 1st round, you know, that did that.
I do too, yeah. That was the 1st round. I saw that from the very beginning of the fight, so. Here we go with our 3rd round with Dylan and Eugene. Eugene lands a
nice leg kick
at the beginning.
So, you know, they're telling Eugene to strike a little bit more this round. You can tell. He's already, you see the distance he's already allowed himself?
I do. I see that he's trying to maintain position with those leg kicks and trying to land a hard shot and trying not to let Dylan get the takedown.
Ooh, he called him out chin. That was a good one. Oh, another one.
Nice right hand.
Eugene's got him a little stunned, I think.
Both fighters, I'm loving to see the striking this 3rd round. I hope it continues.
Well, I can tell you this right now. This fight looks crazy. Whoa! This 3rd round is getting wacky already. Did you see this?
Oh, this is exactly.
Oh, you're gonna do it!
He looks for a spinning back fist.
I love it. You know, it's funny because right now I have the fight just about a little bit even. Dylan got a couple more takedowns. Eugene's getting the best of the striking for sure. I think it's going to come down to this 3rd round, Eric.
I do too, because Eugene had better positioning most of the 2nd round, so I think whoever does better this round is going to come out with the victory tonight. They both landed some significant shots.
The problem is with Dylan is he keeps throwing that right. Whoa!
landed.
I love this.
Dropped Eugene.
Do you see that?
I did.
I love it. Chads, we got ourselves a fight over here, brother. Smile for the camera, Eric. We got to get this photographer to hurry his ass up. We got shit to do over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, so.
We've got.
It looks like we got a mess on our hands the first fight. I love this place.
I do too. Yeah, Eugene doing well, keeping his composure because Dylan landed a great shot there, and this was a back and forth third round. But as of now, I'm calling it with Dylan. I'm giving it able to do something.
I'm giving a slight angle to Dylan. Eugene's going to have to pull something here to even the card out here. Dylan's got a couple takedowns. He was losing the striking battle, but you see he was on top and controlling the end of this third round. And we don't want this third round to be end like this.
No, I don't. I think Eugene still has the chances of able to get to his feet soon and do better on his feet. I think he's still able to come out with the victory tonight. It's still that close.
You know what? If this is going to ride out the last minute of this fight, you know, Dylan's going to steal away. Eugene's up. Yeah, we're in the 10 seconds
left. Yeah,
Eugene just didn't want to pull it through here, but you know, hats off to him. He did a great job, and he definitely had the more precision strikes. I just love both of these guys. They both came out and fought their ass off for the first fight. I'm very happy. Hats off to Dylan and Eugene. They both did a great job. I definitely like to have these guys back. What do you think, Eric?
Oh, I'd love to have them both back. They both did great. It just looked like Dylan, in the exchange, landed a better shot, and that might be the difference maker in this round because it was such a close fight throughout it all. A lot of success.
Well, here we go, the decision.
For the final decision, Will Hall and Kathy Leonard both scored about 29-28. Barry Linden scores this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Dylan.
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm a little surprised it was that lopsided with the judges. I mean, the Eugene definitely got some good strikes in.
I definitely, yeah, I thought that Eugene very well could have had that second round.
So I don't know, man.